What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I got some new news concerning Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua's latest interview on DAZN, he warns Jerrell Big Baby Miller like, hey, I think you need to be more humble or humble yourself. And the reasoning behind that is I think that was his kind of indirect way of addressing Jerrell Miller's talks about his mother, his mom, and he didn't really go into detail about it, but he did say, hey, to each his own. I know his position, I respect his position, but he also has to respect mine. If you're going to talk smack to me, I'm going to talk it back, And he was, basically, the way he addressed it, he was mostly nonchalant, or he was calm about the interview. But he also stated something that made a lot of sense that a lot of fighters say, especially guys like Mayweather and Mikey Garcia and, countless other fighters, that no one stays in the spotlight forever, right? This is only temporary. Don't get caught up in the spotlight because it doesn't last. And when you're blasting people on your way up, you're going to eventually fall because someone will eventually beat you. All right, that's how it goes. Unless you handpick your opponents to the very end. And even that's really not a sure thing because there's a such thing called karma or planting seeds, okay? Because things will eventually come back on you that you think never will, okay? And Joshua's right about that. I can respect him to that aspect. He knows that this is a temporary thing. He will be there. He's in the spotlight. He's living it up, but he's not too carried away with it because it's not going to be forever. And on your way down, he stated that on your way down, you're going to need people. And then more than likely, it's how you treated those people on your way up to the top is going to reflect on how people treat you on your way down. And that makes a lot of sense because when you fall from grace, people, if you were a class A prick, people are going to remember that, and it's going to reflect on how they treat you on your way down. So that makes totally perfect sense. These guys are supposed to square off in Madison Square Garden, late May, early June. And this is the beginning of the trash talk. It is a response from AJ, but it's not really a good one, but it's a typical one coming from AJ because you don't really expect Anthony Joshua to be really aggressive. And again, the most aggressive persona or time that I've seen him is with Dominic Brazil. Okay, so, but again, things happen in the sport of boxing, especially when people come face to face, because I don't think Anthony Joshua anticipated Jerrell Miller to say what he said, to do what he did. But if I'm Jerrell Miller, I would be glad that I did that because if he wouldn't have done that, we probably wouldn't even be seeing a fight between these two, right? People do things to make themselves known. It reminds me of Erislandy Lara and Canelo. Lara stepped on stage, got right behind Canelo in the press conference and said, well, hey, when are we going to fight? Now, he didn't do it in a way that Jerrell Miller did, but he did it in his own way, and his own way worked, okay? The tactic worked, and you've seen a fight because of it, and this is no exception. These guys will fight because Jerrell Miller took his destiny in his own hands, using his mouthpiece, courtesy of Brooklyn, right? Now we see a fight. So, and this is Anthony Joshua responding, So you guys tell me what you think about Anthony Joshua and Jerrell Miller. Was it a legitimate response or an equal one? Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been counterpunched. Peace.